Hi, I'm back. Alrighty, now this one is going to be about one of my favorite dream matches for Wrestlemania this year. Now, I made a video before doing my Wrestlemania 32 predictions. Oh man, so I'm just going to elaborate on this one match here. Unbelievable. Now, these two guys have been through hell and back, to say the least, in their illustrious careers, respectively. I'm talking about, of course, Sting and The Undertaker. Now, first, we'll start with Sting. Just to give a background on both of these guys here. Now, Sting, he was basically the pillar of WCW. He was one of the only guys that never left the company. One of the only guys that basically started out with the company through the entire thing. I mean, he was around, basically through the golden age of WCW. And, just the way how WCW panned out and how it obviously changed through the Monday Night Wars. If anybody doesn't know about that, honestly, you really don't. I don't know. I don't want to say something too graphic, but you really. You missed out on that. You really did, because it was just a crazy time for professional wrestling. It really was. So, it's just the whole thing. Like, Sting and WCW basically almost synonymous with each other, practically parallel. They call him the franchise because he was the franchise of WCW. He was WCW. You know what I mean? Like, he was the man. And, when he started out his career, he was like, not to say he was like any kind of fan favorite wrestler, but, I mean, he was a little, he was like in, I think, was that the 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, something like that. And he was like a surfer dude, it was just the era, and he was like, the friggin', the surfer guys, you know what I mean? He had the friggin' spiky hair and, the friggin' blonde hair, bleach blonde, spiky hair, stuff like that. And not to say he was really generic, because he wasn't. He did his own thing and everything like that. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, to me, he stood out more as an actual entity when he started doing the whole crazy, I want to be hanging out in the rafters kind of thing. That to me was the coolest thing I've ever seen for wrestling. It's just unbelievable, man. WCW really does, they did a lot of crazy stuff that people really don't give them, I guess, enough credit for, just because they didn't survive as a company. But you know what? They pushed WWF to the limit, okay? Whatever, WWE, fucking, you're not going to censor it because it's my fucking video. At the time, it was WWF, okay? So, anyway, I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. He just totally transformed his character. I mean, unbelievable, man. How you could just do that practically in the prime of his career. And he fucking made it work, man. He was, but the thing with the whole NWO thing and him being the only one that just, they wanted to get him to turn. And he just, he was the last hope for WCW for this whole invasion thing. It was just so great how they did that. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It was perfect. And it was just, oh man. That was probably one of the best stories ever told for professional wrestling. Ever. But yeah, I mean, he just totally transformed this entire character from this, I want to be, upbeat and I don't know, how do you describe it? Kind of more just like a wrestling fan favorite to, this mysterious dude that just doesn't want to talk to anybody. He just totally changes look, grows his hair long, and just, has the trench coat, he's wearing all black with face paint. And, he always had face paint, but he had, the white face paint instead of, he had, all these multicolored ones originally. And he changed that kind of face paint to, the white with the, the black streaks or something. I don't know, something like that. It looks like the Crow. And he had the trench coat, and it's just, he sits there with a friggin' baseball bat, black baseball bat, baseball bat. And it was cool, man. He'd sit there and, he'd swing down from the, from the ceiling, and almost like Batman and shit. It was unbelievable, unbelievable, man. And it was just, I don't know, it was just a cool thing to see. It really was. And like I said, he was the only one that stayed with one of the only ones that stayed with the entire company throughout the tenure of WCW. It was just unbelievable. Now we have the counterpart to that of the WWF, and slash WWE, whatever. Most of his career was WWF, so yeah, most of it was pretty much. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, fuck, whatever, man. When he started out, it was a WWF. Because, yeah, they changed the logo and the name and everything like that. Oh, man, I'm trying to remember now. 2002-ish, something like that. Sometime after, I think, maybe a month or two after WrestleMania 18? Something like that. Whatever, man. But yeah, Undertaker debuts 1990 Survivor Series, and just ever since then, he has just been raising hell in professional wrestling, and it's just, oh man, his character is one that will never ever be replicated. There will never ever be another Undertaker. I don't care how many times you try, it will not happen. It's just that first time you saw him come out with his original manager was Brother Love at the time. He comes out with Brother Love, and they just show these kids with this fear in their eyes, and they just look like they just saw a ghost. Like it was just something that wrestling. I don't think, and I was young when he first came out. All right, I didn't, I was really young for it. I was like 4 or 5 years old when he first debuted. So like, I still know about it though. Okay, don't get me fucking wrong. I definitely know all about the history and stuff like that. But it's just still like. It was just unbelievable. Like you just look at it and watch. You just see like they have never seen anything like this for wrestling ever. And just it's just unbelievable. And like I said, he's another one that never left the company. He stayed with the WWF, WWE, whatever the hell you want to call it, through the entire, through the rockiest times of there's times there was. Like I said, with the Monday Night Wars, they were going through all their crazy stuff with WCW because WCW was doing very well at the time, and they almost, I don't know, it's kind of a far stretch, but they were definitely kicking their ass for a good while, all right, in the Monday Night Wars with the ratings and everything like that. They were doing really good. I don't know if they really were that close to putting them out of business, but if they were, they're very good at hiding it, and I don't fucking blame them because they're proud. What the fuck, man? But anyway. It's just, him and Sting are just so parallel in that aspect of, being so loyal to their company through the craziest time. And they, you almost think of, you think of their companies respectively almost when you think of those two individuals. So by these two, by these two being in the same company now, and I don't know, man. They basically almost are at the end of their careers almost. I mean, it's just the truth. How many more matches did both of these guys really have left? I hate to say that because obviously I want them to, progress and wrestle as much as they can. But I mean, it's just the way it is. These guys have been wrestling for 20-something years, like I said. Undertaker, yeah, he debuted in 1990. And it was Survivor Series 1990, which is a November pay-per-view. So he had his 25th anniversary back in November 2015. So I mean, like it's obviously at the Survivor Series. So it's like these guys that he's got so many years in. Sting's got so many years in, and it's like they're both in the same company right now. There is no reason why they cannot make this match happen in WrestleMania 32. Oh my God, dude, they have to make this happen. Just this one time. Please, just do it, man. Get it done. Unbelievable. I mean, the promos that these guys could have, the pre-match stuff, it would just be unbelievable. I don't know how many people would actually agree with it. I mean, on paper, it looks like a great match. It seems like a great idea to do. great idea of a match or whatever. It just seems like the right thing to do for wrestling, and it would be a great main event for WrestleMania 32. It would just be a great thing to happen, and I don't see why they cannot. They have to do this, man. They have to. I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't face Sting, and Sting doesn't face The Undertaker, who's Sting going to face at WrestleMania 32? Who's The Undertaker going to face? Like, who's he going to fight? He beat Bray Wyatt last year for no apparent reason. The year before, don't even fucking talk to me about the year before, okay? Don't fucking go there. Don't go there, right? Don't go there. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know who Sting would face either for his opponent for WrestleMania. If he even is going to compete. I'd like to see him compete. I think other people would like to see him compete. Obviously, I'm almost definite the Undertaker is going to have a match, whether it's going to be with Sting or not. But, I don't know, man. They just have to make this match happen. Please, dude, just do it. It will just be such a good match. Like I said, the actual in-ring product of the match and, the way these guys basically can work at their highest level right now may not be as good as people really would think. I did definitely say that in the other video. And it may be true, maybe not. I mean, for the style of wrestling that these two do, Sting is a little, obviously a lot smaller than The Undertaker. He's a lot faster and stuff like that. And in-ring, as far as his in-ring ability. But I still think they could pull it off. I still think they could have a good match. Like I said, the promos will probably still be better than the actual match itself. But it'll still be about the idea of knowing that these two finally got a chance to compete against each other after being in separate companies for so long. And, obviously I did leave out that Sting was in TNA, and I think WWE, they kind of, they always want to play it against, how he was always in WCW, and I definitely basically just totally nixed off the fact that he was in TNA for so long. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just the idea of knowing that, it's always WWF versus WCW, WWE versus WCW. And I guess they just wanted to leave that out, just like I basically left it out without even thinking until now. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess they just don't really feel the need to bring in TNA to have that as a part of Sting's attributes, even though it really is. But, I don't know, man. I really think it would be a great match. It'd be a great way for... I don't know, man. I obviously would want Undertaker to win the match, but I still want Sting to get a chance to wrestle The Undertaker. I think he deserves that in his career. I'm sure he's wanted to fight him for years. I think I've actually heard him say that. And just in general, I think they should utilize Sting a lot more, even if he doesn't actually compete. They should just have him in more storylines and just have him do something. Put him out there more. You got this guy in this company. You got him in your company. Utilize him. People love Sting, He has a huge fan base. He really does. And I think people definitely overlook that. But, I don't know. I mean, I really would love to see this match. And I can't stress it enough. Leave comments saying if you agree with it. If you agree with it, give it a like if you want. If you don't, I really don't give a flying fuck. But I'm, playing up this whole idea of this, doing videos thing. I really shouldn't say that. It's horrible. But, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be the type... What I mean by that is I don't want to be that guy and say, oh, make sure to do this and do that. Like, if you're going to fucking follow me and support my stuff, you're going to do it. And if you're not, whatever, that's okay. I'm not trying to push this on anybody. It's just, whatever. It's just whatever. But, I do... I don't know. Man. It'd just be a great match. That's just that, man. Well, I am going to get the fuck out of here, and I will see you when I see you.